Local, late breaking. This is Channel 2 Action News. Coverage you can count on.
Good evening, I'm Jolie Starr.
I'm Connor Richter. A bank has just tripled the amount of the reward for a robber with an unusual way of committing crimes.
New at this hour, Channel 2 News intern Chandler Morgan has the investigation and clues police are working with.
It happened inside this Piedmont bank just hours before doors are set to open. An employee face to face with a robber as she was held at gunpoint.
She's pretty shaken. It's really affected the entire bank. We're all just very surprised in this day and age that you would have someone come in, violently do something like this for money.
A Piedmont bank colleague in Peachtree Corner says the robber cornered the first bank worker coming in July 7th, 6:45 a.m.
We're a very caring bank. We probably would help someone out if they were in a bad situation.
He says the man in the mask with the gun didn't mask his intentions. He wanted the bank worker to open the vault, but she didn't have access.
He tied her up, took her to the restroom, and left her there.
So he waited nearly an hour.
It's very unusual for a suspect to come into a bank and stay for an hour. Very brazen, very bold.
Gwinnett Police Corporal Dion Washington says the man in the mask finally gave up, stole some of the contents out of the bank worker's purse, and fled in a silver Jeep Liberty stolen out of Atlanta.
The suspect was described as a 6-foot-tall, heavy-set.
Shift scenes to Buford, where Hall County Deputy Stephen Wilbanks says investigators believe the same bandit arrived by a minivan.
We believe was picked up by the getaway vehicle in a local mobile home park. We're actively working leads. We're gathering more information.
Now police tell us they're making this case a top priority and are encouraging anybody with any information to come forward to Crime Stoppers as a $7,000 reward is being offered. In Gwinnett County, Chandler Morgan, Channel 2 Action News.
Waffle House has pulled the plug on a controversial plan to build a restaurant in downtown Woodstock. Earlier this month, we told you about residents who spoke out against plans for the historic downtown area. More than 1,400 people signed a petition opposing the plan. Residents said the chain wasn't a good fit for the area, and they worried about the restaurant's 24-hour operating system.
Investigators in Hall County are hoping for new information in an unsolved murder. They want to know who killed a mother of two. They say someone shot 32-year-old Holly Strickland in February 2014. They hope enough time has passed for someone to speak up.
I think a lot of times when something first happens, people are afraid to come forward.
Investigators say they are following several leads in the case, including looking at phone records.
Republican presidential nominee Donald Trump is in Atlanta today for a campaign rally. That's also where crowds with varying opinions have also gathered. Channel 2 News intern Evan Moon is outside Fox Theater, where many have arrived with a message.
I'm here at the Fox Theater in downtown Atlanta, where Donald Trump's campaign rally started at noon. Most of the supporters are now inside Fox Theater, but across the street, protesters are still singing, chanting, getting across their message. Fortunately, the protesters have remained civil throughout the morning.
Hey, hey, ho, ho, Trump's got to go.
What started as a small protest across from the Fox Theater in Midtown grew quickly, spilling out onto the middle of Peachtree Street. More than 100 people holding signs and marching, all in protest of presumptive Republican presidential nominee Donald Trump. He is holding a rally which is met with much opposition.
Just out here to protest Trump. I can't vote yet, but I feel like just the word needs to be spread.
I want people in there to know that the road that they're headed down can end in a Holocaust.
There were a few minor confrontations between Trump supporters and protesters, mostly raised voices and angry arguers.
Bankrupt for companies. I said I wasn't going to scream and holler. Can you please respect that?
Ed Edwards is a Trump supporter. He agrees with Trump's controversial comments about Muslims in this country and the candidate's response to the Orlando club shooting.
Whatever Trump says, for the most part, he's on the money.
Event coordinators tell me a little more than 2,000 Trump supporters attended the rally. There was a brief interruption when two women were escorted out of the theater by security.
She grabbed both my wrists, pulled me up.
They say they were thrown out because they don't look like they support Trump.
I think that they were pulling out people that looked like they didn't fit the Trump demographic.
At one point, protesters marched right up to the front of the theater. Atlanta police took out their flex cuffs and formed a line to block them. A few who clashed with police were arrested and taken to jail. Reporting from downtown Atlanta, Evan Moon, Channel 2 Action News.
Deputies in Newton County have arrested the man they say is behind a deadly July 4th shooting. Members of a task force arrested Nathaniel Barnes during a traffic stop. Barnes is charged with murder. Investigators say he shot 24-year-old Julian Wyant several times in an apartment complex on Gross Lake Parkway.
New developments: a jury in Florida has convicted 3 Atlanta men in a string of jewelry store robberies across the Southeast. Federal prosecutors say Louis Jones III, Larry Gilmore, and Michael Gilmore robbed 6 jewelry stores in 4 states, including Georgia, last year. A 4th person, Abigail Kemp, pleaded guilty. Investigators say the group stole more than $4 million in jewels. They each face life sentences in October.
Channel 2 Action News got a tour of the progress at Mercedes-Benz Stadium, the future home of the Atlanta Falcons. Channel 2 News intern Parker Branton got a behind-the-scenes look at what will make this stadium one of a kind.
We're here at the new Mercedes-Benz Stadium, and this place is amazing. Take a look at that red crane behind me. It is one of 2 of the largest cranes in the world. Project managers told us that they are going to install over 50 million LED lights covering over 63,000 square feet inside and outside of the stadium, that it will light up when the Falcons score a touchdown.
Everywhere you look, men and women are quickly constructing Mercedes-Benz Stadium. Some are dangling hundreds of feet in the air, others are furiously putting nails in the wall.
The Halo board in itself is going to be over 63,000 square feet of LED video board, making it the largest in the world.
To say the stadium roof is complex would be an understatement. These steel structures weigh more than 700,000 pounds.
So it's been principally, you would say those overruns were principally driven by the complexity of design, the amount of steel involved, the number of cranes involved.
This is the largest crane in the world, and the team making it all come together are the best in the world.
Building will light up. And when we say light up, I mean electric. You will feel it light up. From an exterior perspective, we're going to have different lighting colors.
Falcons owner Arthur Blank recruited Mike Gomes away from one of the biggest entertainment companies to head up fan experience. And it's what's going into this structure that will make it so unique and arguably the best stadium of them all.
In total, those boards will have over 50 million LED lights that the production team is going to turn on and off, change color, make the stadium come alive.
Falcons leaders say the LED technology will blow people away. Falcons president and CEO Rich McKay says everything is still on schedule.
You've seen the number of lifts that we've had. We're in a pretty good place.
The Atlanta United soccer team will be the first to take the field a year from now. Stadium officials told us that their goal is to get people in and out of the stadium in 5 minutes or less. At the new home of the Atlanta Falcons, Parker Branton, Channel 2 Action News.
Changes at Sanford Stadium. The renovations underway to improve the game day experience at UGA.
Plus, new concerns over the video game Pokemon Go, the complaints about gamers taking over some popular local places.